Righty then. I don't really know. Okay, I was gonna try to very badly sing this whole set of notes, but that's just not going to happen. Um, anyway, I don't actually know why I split this up into two. This is a really short set of notes. It probably should have actually just been with that last section, because there's only one more thing to add, which we'll see. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is angle, angle, side. Just a note, that can go backwards as well. So that could be side, angle, angle. You still write it as angle, angle, side. Just remember, it can go left or right, counterclockwise, clockwise, doesn't really matter. So, it's when there's two angles that are congruent, two sets of corresponding angles are congruent, and the side that is between the, not between them, is congruent. So, sort of like this. Basically, we have this set of things here, and I like to mark things always because that makes it way easier. I totally suggest you this too. You're like, oh look. And by look I mean nothing's happening. Weird. Oh my gosh. Wrong button, wrong button. You're like, hey look, boom, this angle and this angle are the same. Angle. And I just write angle there. Then we're like, hey look, that's a 90-degree angle. This is a 90-degree angle. They're also the same. Yay. And look, that tick mark and this tick mark mean these two are the same. So that's a side. So if you went this way, you'd have angle, angle, side. Which is why it is yes by angle, angle, side. Easy enough. And that's really it. That's all we're doing in this section, really, is always just trying to see if two triangles are congruent. We're technically proving that they are congruent by if they follow one of those things, one of these sets of shortcuts. Which, if you've already forgotten, since, I don't know, maybe you looked at the other set of notes already and you don't remember, whoa. Oh, whoa. Your options always that we're going to be looking at are side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, and now angle, angle, side. And I said no, angle, side, side. And if it's none, you say CBP, which is can't be proven, right? So just remember that. We're always just looking for those. So let's say we got this triangle. It has a side of 10, 8, and 50. Then we have this triangle, which has a side of 10, 8, and 50. So if we were to try to do this question right now, we might look at it and say, well, what do they have the same? I notice that this side and this side are the same. So let's say, hey, look, that's a side, because that's a tick mark. There should be a tick mark there. That's a 10, and that's a 10. That's also another side that's equal, and that's a 50, and that's a 50. Boom, 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 spells ass. And we said that does not work. So this would be C, B, P. This is actually to show you why angle, side, side doesn't work, because really what's happened is if we have a side, and an angle here in this order, what we've done is we've taken this side on this triangle and we just swung it inwards instead. So it just doesn't work. You can't use angle, side, side ever. So the answer is no. They are not congruent. They are not equal. Another thing we do, this is an equilateral triangle. Boom, 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 60, 60, 60, right? We have another equilateral triangle, 60, 60, 60, 60. Somebody might say, hey, these are true by angle, angle, angle. Right? The problem is these are two triangles that are clearly not congruent. Remember, congruent means they are exactly the same. What it means is if you rotate it reflect it, flip it, translate it, you can get them to match exactly, and that will never happen with this. So just remember, angle, angle, angle equals no. Will never happen. And that is that whole section. Yeah, so we're going to practice this a bunch, obviously, but you just really got to get used to, if I give you some triangles, woo, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life, other than my wife that you guys didn't know that I had. I've been hiding it this whole time. 6. And then we said this is 10. And then we said this is 6. And then we said this was 10. And then I said, hey, look, this angle right here is 70. And this angle right here is 70. Are these congruent? Can we tell? So literally what I do is I start marking. Let's use green this time, huh? And let's look. Is it true that there's a 6 and a 6 here? Yeah, okay. So that's a side. Sometimes I just mark it green. I'm like, hey, side. And I said, hey, look, this is a 10. This one was a 10 as well. So that's also a side. And then you mark this as an angle. It's right here. Angle. Because this angle is the same, and this angle is the same. Angle. But now we have side-side angle, which doesn't work, so the answer is no. C, B, P. I'm just trying to get you to remember, it has to be SSS, SAS, ASA, or, AAS. It has to be one of those, or else it doesn't work, okay? Has to be in that order every single time. So don't forget that. And, yeah, boom. Done! I don't know why I do high-pitched voice when I do fake singing. We are done. Be prepared to be done with notes.